All right, welcome everyone. We're live today and we're really excited to be able to announce one of our newest partners. First, I've got Maria Alcivar here with me, and we're going to introduce Angelica Cocha, new to eXp. Welcome aboard. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So I want the audience because this I've known you for a little bit now. We've been kind of in discussions for quite a bit. Maria, how long did it take with Angelica?
Well, I got to know her 2 years ago. Since then,
Wow.
I've been talking to her. We connected it. We really clicked that time that we met, and since then, I've been talking to her
Okay.
until finally.
Well, 2 year process, and my goal is to let everybody get to know you a little bit and to potentially shrink their research time, so it doesn't take them 2 years to
Yes.
decide.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah.
Angelica, congratulations! Welcome aboard. Can you please tell the agents a little bit about you? What how long you've been in the business, where your market is, what company you came from, some of those things, please.
Sure. Yes. My name is Angelica Cocha, and I have been a real estate agent for the last 7 years. I'm working in the Hampton-based area, Riverhead, mostly what is the East End area. I'm formerly with the Douglas Elliman. Most likely, I have been with them this whole time. Also, I am investor. And I hold a few properties like as an investment properties. And I have done a couple like brand new projects, building homes, one and couple other ones that I have doing. And yes, I'm really happy to help my community.
Okay. So, from my understanding, you came from an office. You came from Douglas Elliman, big name, out in Suffolk County, large brand, and you were in an office of 60 agents, and you were their number one agent in terms of number of transactions. So you closed more deals than anybody else in the office, right? You're doing
I
very
mean,
well for yourself.
Yes, I close more than in the office. Actually, the counting is mostly in the count or the Hamptons area. Obviously,
Mhm.
the high price point here is, is I mean, the point is a little higher, the price. But basically, in the Hamptons is yes, I close most likely in the whole Hamptons area, the number one transaction agent.
Right. Well, I'm checking in on our MLS in your office. Out of 60 agents, you close more deals than anybody else, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. It's super impressive. Um, but I want to understand, like, you're already doing so well. Why consider a move?
Okay, so I consider the move for different reasons, and one obviously is the factor the I make my numbers and checking based on the different companies, and I check the model for the EXP. So I realized just last year I kind of pay the broker like around $100,000, and it was the same the previous 2 years. So making my math and all that, so I realized, I kind of save a lot of money or invest that money in my business probably to grow even more.
Interesting. Yeah. So yesterday we had a conversation, and we were trying to figure out the numbers. You came back to me and you told me that last year it was how much that you paid to your
I
broker?
think the final numbers, I don't have the last count, but I was thinking it was 130.
130,000 in broker
Yes.
service, right? So
Yeah.
the question is, was the brokerage offering 130,000 worth of value, right?
Yes. That's the big question. Yes.
That's the big question. And you figured there was quite a bit that you could do with that 130,000 because, let's say you were able to do that same amount of production at EXP, how much would you pay into them?
I would probably be paying just the cap, 16,000 plus. I mean, even if you do if you gain the icon status that I was going over with Vincent, will be probably 20 transactions more. So
Yeah.
I will gain back my 16,000. So
Exactly.
margin will be 100% for the agent, for myself.
Yeah, so you're definitely an icon agent. So we expect you to come into eXp Realty and do as well as you're currently doing, if not better, right? Because every year has been progressively better for you, right?
Yeah.
We want you to go out there and achieve that status, and if you do, you'll get the full amount of your cap back in the form of your company stock, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Very interesting. Yeah. So what is your business like? And you mentioned the Hamptons. Do you do most of your business out there?
Yes, mostly I do my business up there. A little bit of West Suffolk, like Shirley, Mastic, but mostly I kind of stay in this area most likely, like 90% of the time.
Okay. Makes sense. So what was your exploration into EXP like? It took you 2 years. Tell me about, how Maria approached you and how she got you interested and what really triggered you to really explore.
I mean, before I met Maria, I was kind of in a group in the Facebook. So I was reading a little bit about the EXP. So I started reading a little bit when I met Maria. So I had a little bit an idea what the company, how the company was working. So I approached her and she was able to explain me a little bit more, to invite me some of the meetings to get, so I can have a more understanding of the company, the process, and all the system that as an agent we can kind of gain some income. So that's how, I was going through all that. But probably at that time for me, I don't know, I kind of was busy with other things. I wish I could probably have done the move earlier, but I mean, never is, late to do the switch. But yes, I
Better
think
late than never,
I
right?
wish I could I had this done before. I mean,
Okay.
earlier than now.
What was the biggest thing that helped you make your decision to finally make that switch?
The biggest thing is, on the market right now is I mean, shifting, and also I kind of complete my whole year now with the company, so I want to start kind of fresh, and also making again sense the numbers. The numbers don't lie, and that's what I mostly kind of person number about. This is this, and you can know the numbers don't lie anymore. Yeah.
So here's something pretty interesting, right? So we're all real estate agents, and all of us and the people that are listening, a lot of those guys are real estate agents as well. Everybody should have received their 1099. Am I right? Right?
Yes.
Maria, you received your
I got
1099.
mine.
Angelica, you received your 1099. And
No, I don't know. Maybe they sent to, I think I put my PO box, so maybe I got to go there.
maybe not. You should have,
Yeah.
right? Around this time of the year, right? So I
Yes.
want you guys to think about what goes into your 1099.
Yeah.
Okay, you're receiving a
Okay.
1099 from your brokerage. What goes into that 1099?
Yeah, mostly goes, so the income I make based on the transactions I do, like sales and rentals. All that's all that goes into the 1099.
Is there anything else at all that you've ever
No.
seen in your 1099?
No.
Right? So, that's interesting because every real estate agent, we're out there and we're producing transactions,
Mhm.
right? And we're generating our income from producing transactions. But as real estate agents, that we seem to be limited, and that seems to be the only option that we have from our company to generate income. Now, Maria and I both received our 1099. In fact, everybody at eXp Realty received their 1099s. We have a report on our dashboard, and I took a look at it the other day, and it was interesting because we have 5 different values on our 1099. Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously we have the transactions, right? Obviously we have the transactions, and that's fantastic. But beyond that, we have our agent equity program. Do you remember what the agent equity program is, Angelica?
Yes, the stock program that we can kind of, the company is as a shareholders of the company.
Correct. So you could take 5% of your commission to buy stock in the company at a 10% discount, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there was one line item in the 1099 that showed how much we purchased in stock, right? And then
Yeah.
there was another line item in there that showed the revenue share. Okay, so we have transactions, we have the agent equity program, we have the revenue share, okay, and then we have the mentorship program, right? So Maria, you're a certified mentor. I'm a certified mentor. We both have helped some mentees through the program, and we receive some income from that. And the fourth one are the stock grants. I'm sorry, the fifth one is the stock grants, right? So you have 5 different ways to earn money at eXp that will show up on your 1099 going forward.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that I kind of realize is like, if I want to help another agent, I don't want to at this moment. Sometimes, until you click with somebody, you're not ready to build a team. So if I want to help an agent, probably I should get, any something, a percentage on something. So, but maybe they are not ready to do the payment. But the company, the XP, is able to give you that if the agent is on board with the company, and I will be able to help them. So I think that's a really important part. And then the environment for the companies, because of that, is help each other.
Exactly. It's all kind of it's completely different how it's set up, because no matter where you are across EXP Realty, we're all connected because we're all owners of the same company together, right?
Yeah.
So as we help agents across North America with, if somebody calls you and says, hey, Angelica, how do you do what you do? How do you go out there and get into the Hispanic community the way that you get into the Hispanic community? And you teach them this, you're helping the entire company. You're helping the revenues of the entire company, which we all own together.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah. So I like the thing that we are like stockholders of the company, so we can own, even it's a small piece, a big piece, so you already own, so you cannot even put more effort to kind of help the company grow,
Exactly.
because you feel like you own that piece.
So, Maria, you've been with eXp for how long now?
It's going to be my 4th year this
You're
summer.
going into your 4th year this summer.
Yes.
Okay. And Angelica, obviously brand new, like a couple of days in. What advice would you have for her in being a new agent with this organization?
So I will tell Angelica to get connected with all the resources that we have. We work so hard to build a community, to build a culture, right? We do have trainings online, in person. We also do networking events. We do social events just for us, to get to know each other more. So I really think that what we're building is beautiful. It's very nice. And I want all of my agents, everyone that I bring into the group, to feel welcome in the community. So that would be my best advice, to get plugged in with everything that we offer, everything that we provide for the agents. When I started in real estate, after 4 months, I wanted to quit because I thought that this wasn't going to be for me. I thought it was me. Like, no, it's I don't know what this means. I can't do it. But then I realized that the most important thing was the support that the company
Yeah.
or the group was giving me, because I already had the willingness and the, I wanted to make it work for myself and my family, but I didn't have that support because when I started it, I was in another company where I wasn't getting that support. So I do think that that's very important in the success, yes, in the success of an agent. So I make sure that Angelica get connected with everything that we provide, and I know that she will be more than willing to do so.
Well, the whole thing, what's nice is that we all have vested interest in Angelica's success, right? So
Yes.
we're like more than happy to pour into her because she is essentially our partner now, right? So you guys know I used to be the broker of record for my 3 offices and close to 350 agents. And you know, that relationship between brokers and agents, it's a very difficult one to keep in equilibrium, right? To keep a balance. Somebody always feels like they're missing out. Somebody always feels like they're getting the short end of the stick, right? And you know, when you become the top producer like you are, it's kind of like, hey, I just paid them $130,000. What did I get in return? What value did I get in return?
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Thank you. Yes.
I have a question about, because I remember hanging out with you in Vegas, right?
Mhm.
You came to
Whatever
our,
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I just kidding.
no, no, we're going to talk about it here, okay? Because I want to know, you came out to eXpCon with us, all right? This was back in like
Last
October,
summer.
November, right? No,
Okay.
no, it was like in November last year.
October. Yes.
October.
It was in October.
Okay.
That's right.
So how was that experience for you? Because you came as an outside agent and you attended some sessions. I know you went there with your family as well, so you were kind of balancing the two.
Mm-hmm.
But how big of a role did that play in your research of the company?
I probably 30-50% of the decision, because you are able to kind of see the environment and the people who are there. I mean, the company and the people who is backing up the company also, and the stories about the brokers, big brokers they have joined it. And I say, oh, maybe I was wrong with my numbers, and no, but I was going back and forth in my mind. And then I listened to this big broker, and he said, he was probably in the same position I was. I mean, obviously he had like almost 1,000 agents there kind of behind him, but he was also 1 year, I think, doing the research and saying, okay, maybe I'm crazy doing this. So, and when you see somebody like that big, they did the switch and they say, okay, I mean, no, you cannot go anywhere else.
It kind of makes
So
it feel
makes
safe
makes
for you.
sense, and kind of goes and you say, yes, it's time. Yeah. So I think
Definitely.
it's important, those kind of events, so the people really understand what it's all about, the company, what can do for you, and if you also put the work to do it. Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's a big part of the research. I did that when I was looking into EXP, right? So I went to like probably about 3 or 4 events before I joined. Large events and smaller events, just to check it out. And it was all in a short period of time. But it really opened things up. So
Yeah.
fantastic. We've got a lot of people kind of cheering you on over here.
Yeah. Thank you so
Right?
much.
So amazing. So, you came and I met you for the first time when Maria recommended that you kind of be a part of a panel, a top producer panel with us. That was here in Queens. We made you travel out to Queens and you sat up there with a bunch of other top producers and you gave us incredible value, right? And you mentioned in there that you do a lot of things for your community, your
Yeah.
people, right? Who are your people? Who's your community? And how do you pour back into those people?
Yeah, I mean, I work for the Latino community here in the East End. I try to help them from the best of my abilities, my heart, my knowledge. No, just I'm not looking just like regarding like the money. The money is like a secondary part of my passion for helping the community. So I try to help the Latino community to create wealth through them acquiring real estate, because I think that's one of the best ways to do it. Sometimes, kind of, I mean, I try to do my best and reach, and I have been able to help them, so many families, and they understand how this needs to be done. But that's my kind of goal, my focus, and help them to kind of reach not just one home, maybe 2, 3 different many properties, so they are be able to create wealth for themselves and for their future generations.
And they're able to follow you because you are an investor as well. So not only
Yes.
out there
Yeah.
owning the first property,
Yes.
but going out there and learning how to invest in multiple properties, right?
Yes, that's what I tell them when I met them. I practice what I preach. It's not just like I'm selling you a home. I also have done like flipping, wholesaling. I have done the rental properties. I hold couple of the rentals, so I know what is kind of to be in probably one of these areas. I help them to understand from the different points of views of those kind of paths. So that's what I tell them. No, I'm not just telling because I should, because I'm talking about from the experience.
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
one of the things that I really liked when I got to know her. The passion that she have to help the Latino community was easier for us to connect because it's a goal that we have in common. And seeing her and listening to her talking about how we both are Ecuadorian, and in her area there is a big Latino community there. So how passionate she was about helping the community there. So when I saw her, I really saw her potential, and I really like her passion about doing real estate. So it's something that we both share, and I could see it in her. So
Yeah,
What
that's
are you,
that's true.
Angelica, what are your expectations with eXp? Like now that you transitioned over, obviously you're looking to net more and all of those things, but where do you see your business going?
I mean, I see my business growing. I will be able to put more of the money to kind of invest in my business, advertising, and different things, and also to probably grow a small team here with good professional agents in this area. I really like to do that.
You know what? I didn't touch on that. Are you a solo agent? Like you're out there, you've done more transactions than anybody else in your office. Did you do that as a solo agent or were you working as a team?
No, no, just as a solo agent, I have done that. So I haven't built a team, but now that I am with the eXp, I'm open to do probably build my small team of good professional agents.
Okay, excellent. You know what? I found that too. I found that, eXp is an incredible platform for you to build your team on, right? That, it seems to be fair across the board. There's some platforms where it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for
Yeah.
the team leader. It doesn't work for the team members. The numbers don't make sense. At eXp,
Yes.
it actually really does, right?
Yeah.
So are you interviewing for potential team members?
I check. I have been checking one or two of them. Maybe yeah, I kind of reach out, see what do they say, and make see they kind of what they think. Probably will be no is I'm choosing my partners also. Yeah.
Good. Yes. Pick some good ones. Definitely,
Yes.
it's all about who you surround yourself with. I wanted to ask you, like, what would you tell another agent that's like yourself, kind of considering the move, and I want them to be able to use all the research that you have and kind of help them kind of shrink the time it takes to make
Yes.
the decision for themselves.
Yes. I mean, I will tell them to do their own research, but the faster the better. In a short time, maybe they can do, in 1 week will be great. Um, and also to choose the right partner, like I choose Maria and Vincent. They I know, and I realize, and I know it kind of shows that you guys will be able to help me with all the resources on questions that I have. So do the research, but do it fast. Don't take long, like I did, like 2 years, because I kind of lost a lot of money there. But that's what I will should tell them, and you make your decision as soon as you can.
So I have your number scrolling down the bottom here. Is it all right if our audience reaches out to you if they have any questions?
Definitely 100%. Call me, send me a text, so I will be happy to explain what were all my thoughts the 1 2 years and why I kind of did the move right now, but I should have done earlier.
Okay, fantastic. Maria, any final advice for our audience or anybody else that's watching, or for Angelica?
Well, once again, I want to say welcome, Angelica, and happy to have you in part of our organization as a business partner. I know we're gonna grow, we're gonna expand. We're like-minded agents, and I know we're gonna take over the world together with everybody's help. What I would say to the other agents, like we have mentioned in this live, do your research, reach out to people, ask many questions. As an agent, they teach us to be curious, right? We get more business by being curious. So be curious, go ask more questions. Feel free to reach out to any of us or do it yourself. And if you have any question, nothing, you will lose nothing by asking questions. And then you figure it out if it's gonna work for you or not. And if it doesn't work, then doesn't work. It doesn't mean anything bad, but at least do the research. You have all the information in front of you, and then you decide what is better for you.
That's actually really, really good advice. You run into a lot of people that just are not open-minded and don't even want to hear about it.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
it's funny. At one point, it was us, right?
You were
Because
like that too. All of us. That's true. All of us.
all of us heard about eXp like way before we actually joined because we were closed off to it, right? We weren't open to really figuring out if it was something that could work for one reason or the other. And it would have just saved us a lot of time, a lot of money, if we paid attention right in the beginning, if we were curious right in the beginning. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maria, Angelica, I wanted to thank you for your time today, and I'm so excited to be partners with both of you. Angelica, once again, welcome to eXp Realty.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm happy for the opportunity. Thank you.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank